what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the movie Coming to America. Now this is a sequel to the 1988 film which starred Eddie Murphy. And I like how they have the title of the film is not Coming to America Part 2, it actually just says Coming to America. It's like the two within the middle of the actual like name is actually two, so I think that was kind of awesome how they did that, instead of just calling it Part 2. Now this is directed by Craig Brewer, and you also have Eddie Murphy back in the film. You have Arsenio Hall, Jermaine Fowler, Wesley Snipes, James Earl Jones, Tracy Morgan. It's like tons of like stars in this film that even make just like cameos. Even Eddie Murphy himself and Arsenio Hall, they actually replayed some of the characters that they had like in the first Coming to America film, Now this time, this film takes place apparently like I think 30 years after when Eddie Murphy got married to like his wife from Coming to America. Now it turns out that James Earl Jones, like his father, actually reveals to him that he actually has like a son that's like in America, so he has to go back to America to reclaim his son so he can have a heir to the throne once he actually like passes away. Because oh yeah, I leave it at that because I don't want to spoil the film, because there's something with like James Earl Jones' character King Jaffer. It's something going on with him, and Eddie Murphy's character Akeem is going to take the hair once he passes away. So yeah, that's why Eddie Murphy goes to America to actually retrieve his son, And the way he had his son was kind of interesting because it kind of jumps back to the first film, and it has like flashback scenes, so like moments that were actually from the film. And these are the same scenes that were in Coming to America from the original film, so you could tell they just burned them over. But at the same time, you could tell that I think they did some kind of like CGI or computer face on like Eddie Murphy and so on, because you could tell they made him look like he was still that age, But you could tell this is like a new footage that they just recently shot. So I think that's cool. Now another thing too, they have Leslie Jones as Mary Junson, and she's actually the mother of the kid that Eddie Murphy is supposedly the father of. And the kid himself is known as the dude is known as Lavelle Johnson. He's played by Jermaine Fowler. So yeah, I think the chemistry between all of them was like okay, it was pretty good. Now this film, it was like funny, they go to Africa. I mean, it's mostly in Africa, whereas like the first film was mostly in America. This film looks like it takes place mostly in Africa, but they do have like a couple of moments where they go back to America, and that's when you see all like the previous characters that like Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall play, like the barbershop people, like the singers, like and so on. So it's kind of cool seeing all of them again. Now, for my opinion, like them people should be actually like dead by now, because they was already old, like in the original film. So that I think it's kind of odd that they're still around. That they should be way old. They shouldn't even be able to cut hair or even sing or whatever. Like these various characters, because they should be like very old. This is 30 years later. I'm sure back then them characters was probably about 60 or 50. But it is like funny. It has like a lot of funny moments, and you could tell that Wesley Snipes, the character he plays, he's apparently kind of like the antagonist of the film, because he wants Eddie Murphy's son to actually marry like his daughter, for some reason. You can tell he's kind of the antagonist of the film, like the villain, but I just leave it at that. But it is like tons of like actors and actresses in the film that make appearances, like singers, like groups, all kind of like just like cameos. People who aren't even named, they just make cameos in the film, and these are like celebrities, so I just leave it at that. I would definitely recommend if you're like a fan of the original Coming to America. Now, of course, it isn't nowhere as near as good as the original Coming to America film, But I think this is still a pretty solid film, and it's like funny, So, and this time it's not like R-rated. I think it's PG-13. You can tell it's like the language is like isn't too bad. It's not too like a lot of nudity and things. It's kind of like it's okay for like a young audience, basically. So I'm giving Coming to America, I'm giving this a B-. And I definitely recommend for fans of like Eddie Murphy films or the original Coming to America. So I'm giving this a B-. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.